Yes, people, in this video I'm going to talk about when is the right age to forget about playing academy football. So when I mean about forget about playing academy football, I'm talking about where you're 16. Let's go from the age of 16. Okay, you're 16, 17, and you just missed the window when they offered out scholars, which is just before the end of the season, sometimes just before July. Okay, if you missed out on that window, what should you do if you're 16, 17? The number thing I would do, and I advise players to do, okay, find an under 18s team that is under 18. So listen, you're 16 playing for under 18s team. Okay, if that's too hard, then okay, play at your age group. But then what you should do is try and find a men's first team at a Ishman North, all the way down to about a Middlesex Premier. So we're talking about step 4, if I'm mistaken, all the way to about step 6. Okay, if you're 16, 17, 18, okay, playing with men, okay, I know so much boys, okay, that's jumped from playing non-league all the way there. They're not making headline news yet, but it's happening. I've seen my eyes, I've seen with my own eyes. For example, there's Saeed, all right, at Charlton. He was at he played with a men's team. I can't remember the name of the club, but I know one of the guys down there. He was down there, played for when he wasn't in the club, and you know, he went down there, played with the men's team on a Saturday, and that helped his development tremendously when he was 16. All right, 16, 17, which not a lot of people understand. Okay, which led him to be able to get his opportunity, which he did really well in a showcase game for Charlton. So his way of how we was able to get him into Charlton and that route was a very strategic route, which I can say that can be repeated. All right, so right now there's a player at Croydon called Brady, striker, 17 years old, banging goals for them. He's already getting looked at by a host of clubs, okay, one being Charlton Athletic, because he's gone down this route of going non-league. He could easily have gone to academy football, but the problem is he would have gone there at his age, and at that age, really and truly, I believe you should be getting experience playing with men, because that's what you're leading up to. I believe at the age of 16, 17, a lot of young players don't get exposed to that too regularly. It should be a part of everybody's like regimen at a pro club that you have to go out and learn. Even if it's for a month, go out and learn, experience what real football's like with men. Okay, so if you're 16, 17 and you're here right now, it's September, okay, and you're in your under 16s or under 18s non-league, okay, if it's, let's say for talk's sake, you're in the Ryman South under 16s team, okay, what I would do is then drop 2 leagues down. I'll stay with that team because usually they play in the midweek because it's a college program, let's say, for example. All right, and I will drop down 2 levels. So I think there's step 4, if I'm not mistaken. I'll find a step 6 or step 7 men's first team, okay, and I'll go and play with them. There's a guy who's over in America named Cameron Lewis. Man, this boy, you know, you'll see his name soon. All right, he was at Bournemouth. He did that same route, playing non-league at a young age. Went down to Dover, and now he's over to America doing really well, playing with a top ranking 16th ranking club in the US. Centre back, always been level-headed and really good player. So my advice to a lot of you that are in the middle ages of 16, 17 and you're trying to get to academy football is you got to understand that most pro clubs are sending players down to non-league, like Manchester United, like Arsenal, like Chelsea, Peterborough. All of them have affiliated with a lot of non-league clubs, most of them. Or they've got scouts who've got ears in non-league clubs, which they say, yeah, got a boy, 17 years old. He's playing with a Ryman Premier team and he's 17 years old. Do you think a pro club will take him on to take a chance to look at him on trial if he's playing more than 20 appearances for a Ryman Premier club, which is step 3? Of course. He will go further than most players are probably playing academy football because he is experiencing how to play with men a lot earlier. Now, he may have to get polished technically and tactically a lot of it because of the way that everything's set up is a lot different non-league, but his development is hugely taken. He will have a huge advantage of people just playing academy boys football as he's playing with men at the age 17. Okay, I remember Eric Mayu. He was at a non-league side. I can't remember what team. I think it was step 5. I can't remember what it is. Step 5. and he jumped from playing there to Conference Premier all the way to Fulham under 23s. So, you know, and there's another lad who played for Edgware Town, 18 years old. I think they're step 6 if I'm not mistaken. He got a pro contract in Poland. So if you think, the end of the day is the route has to go to a pro contract. There's no point going to a pro academy to get a scholarship for 1 year to get released. You're back to square one basically. All right. There's some pro clubs, let me tell you this right now, that they will not even take you if you at a certain age, if you're not playing men's. I think either Crew, if I'm not mistaken. There's another club, 2 clubs that specifically told me they will not look at a player if they're not playing men's first team. Okay, so let me give you that advice to 100% get involved in playing men's first team if you're not playing for a team right now. Okay, let me know your thoughts and let's talk about it.